Madison Heights is such a great place to do business because we have everything. We have location, we have industrial depth in terms of our available structures and housing, and that doesn't even get into the administrative process, which is so business friendly here. We're really reaching out and trying to anticipate the needs of businesses before they even are aware of it.
We're a city of 191 employees, 30,000 residents. You know, when someone comes in, like CHN or FedEx, they can sit down with our economic development director and some of our building department staff and have a one-on-one dialogue about their project and what the necessary steps are.
First of all, the company is just great to work with because they have a great economic development department, but it's so important in order to bring tax dollars and tax base and new businesses to keep a city refreshed, and they've just done a great job here. As you see in the downtown area, it's that type of development that allows bigger companies to come in because they need that for the quality of life with their people.
During the pre-approval walkthrough with our businesses, the fire marshal as well as our planning officials will go through the building in advance prior to any leases or commitments on the part of the business person and evaluate the site for any of the unknowns, any of the questions that might come up that might affect their permit. And as I said, streamline the process and eliminate unnecessary board appearances.
It's wonderful to be part of the business community here in Grand Blanc. It's a strong, supportive community. We help to support each other's businesses. So the tap-in fees are reduced. They were able to reduce the cost by a little over half.
There are actually a number of business librarians all over the state of Michigan. And what I do here in the Business Center is to provide unbiased and trusted information about investing, about career services, and specifically to small business owners. That's the third thing that we do here in the Business Center. I really talk to a lot of entrepreneurs. They're just beginning, and they really are not sure where to start. And so they need a lot of direction, and I'm happy that we can do that here in Grand Blanc.
The city was extremely helpful. We worked with Paula Holtz and Kevin Welch quite a bit. We actually looked at a facility before we actually decided to go where we are now. But the city was very helpful in helping us find a location, full disclosure, and making everything transparent for us so there was less guesswork involved as far as being a startup. There already is enough work being a startup that this city couldn't have been any more helpful than it was.
The process we go through in helping the client develop the site starts off early on with the site plan approval, which is kind of conceptual planning. We go through that process, get the site plan approved with the city council at Oak Park. Being proactive up front and having that relationship up front streamlined the process because there wasn't a lot of back and forth once we got the plan submitted. We knew what they needed up front.
We did actually take advantage of some of some tax incentives. However, the additional improvements that we put into the property, those are actually at a reduced or abated rate.
The city's business assistant team consists of cross departments, and that includes the city manager as well as the building and zoning administrator, and as well as our code enforcer. And we are able to take care of some of those issues that may come down later on.
So as far as training courses and talent development, the City of Sault Ste. Marie, the EDC, the Smart Zone, and Lake Superior State University certainly have a strong network of resources for people to come in and launch a business from the conceptual to the reality.
So the Smart Zone is the opportunity to take university expertise and merge that with the community to take that development and connect that with private industry and also give our students an opportunity to participate in that. It's really an exceptional partnership between the city, the EDC, the community, and the university to grow business, to grow talent, to grow technology, new products in the region.
We do a lot of outreach at Genesee District Library. Outreach is really an integral part to getting our services known and utilized in our community. The Business Center has partnered with a number of local organizations to really get the resources out to the people, and this is an ongoing effort. I'm always meeting new people, I'm always getting referrals, and so word of mouth has been really important. Outreach is essential.
Amber Spark is a regional public-private partnership that was started about 11 years ago. The intention was to bring together the resources from public sector entities in Washtenaw County, private sector companies, as well as the academic institutions. So we have a public-private partnership that all those stakeholders are represented, and our responsibility is to work to bring growth in economic prosperity to Washtenaw County and now Livingston County as well.
With the iConnect meeting, it allows you to know which companies, what type of services, but then also all the different ranges, all the different skill sets that people have, but then they can refer you to companies that they use as well. A lot of times, companies aren't really advertising, so you don't know where their presence is.
We're trying to create a community that has a sense of place, that is attractive to our businesses, to our residents that want to live and work and recreate here in Pittsville Township. One of the defining features of that master plan was to create what we called mixed-use nodes. Two of those mixed-use nodes are located within our business districts, and what they envision doing is creating destinations, walkable destinations that have a mix of uses, that is retail, residential, commercial, and these destinations are then cross-connected to our green spaces.
I think I was very fortunate to find the city of Grand Blanc as a home for my studio. They understood what it is to have artists within their community and what we can bring to the community. I like that the location was historic, and I was able to modify it to suit my needs and of course to bring it up to code. And I had help with that through the city offices and encouragement. So that means a lot to me.
As county superintendents, we realized that it was important for us to develop a pipeline of talent for our local manufacturers. So out of that work came Southern Michigan Center for Science and Industry. Tecumseh is the host of the East Campus of the Center for Science and Industry. And here we serve over 120 students daily, preparing them for jobs in the manufacturing industry. It could be direct placement into a job opportunity, all the way up through and including a future degree in engineering.
And we're going to look for every possible opportunity to enhance the sense of place in this community and make sure that visitors, residents, business owners know that not only can you locate your business here, but you can also live here. And that if we can succeed at both of those things, then we've been successful beyond measure.
Oak Park's a really exciting place to be right now. The FedEx location that's going up is going to create hundreds of jobs in the city and likely housing needs for hundreds of people that want to live, work, and play in Oak Park. And it's just, there's a lot of momentum and a lot of activity here, and it's an exciting place to be right now.
Sault Ste. Marie has been a destination strategic location since the arrival of Europeans, but extending further back for at least 6,000 years. It's at the heart of the Great Lakes. We're really in the heart of the pure Michigan experience. So this is an incredible place to experience the Great Lakes, the outdoors, in an international setting with over 100,000 people.
Economic development is a team sport, and the Genesee District Library and the City of Grand Blanc are proud partners as we propel business in the 21st century.
Really, it's the people that are here. I mean, they're aggressive, but they're talented. They do everything first rate, as you can see as you walk throughout the community. It just makes it a lot easier when you have an aggressive place like the city of Tecumseh.
The walkthrough programs, the consultations, the meetings on and off site, all of these things help to educate our businesses and to make the process of integrating into the community smoother and more successful in the long run.
I can't think of a city that's more aggressive. We're out there banging on every door and making sure that no stone is left unturned in order to make sure that businesses are attracted to our city.
In Pittsville Township, the business corridor is in fact the backbone of our community, and that is reflected in its geographic location as well. And because State Street, which is defined as our business corridor, runs through the center of the township. So yes, the business corridor is the heart and pulse of the community, and it feeds then positively to our residents as well, and it helped us to create a really good sense of place here in Pittsville Township.